On your birthday. It's Grandma's birthday. Okay. Turn it off now.
Are we going to be on yours?
Yes, this is going to be on the news.
Howard Spindler from Brighton, nicknamed Howie. Richard Shackner from Big Flats, nicknamed Dick. William Butler from Ontario Walworth, nicknamed Bill.
But I must say, I am going to say something really nice about Rob right now before I start the news. He is a very dedicated and sincere Rotarian, and he tries to be so as president. There's only a couple things that I have to complain about. And have you ever noticed that when he talks to you, he doesn't really look you straight in the eye? And you know why? He's scanning your body. And you know why? He's looking for that rotary pin. And if you don't have that rotary pin on, I'm sure that you get fined. No? But he does carry that a little bit too far as far as I'm concerned. At home. Once in a while he'll ask me, when we go out, gee, I better wear my rotary pin. I said, okay. And then he asked me, can I wear it on my tux when we go to a formal thing? And I, please, The thing that I do get a little upset about is when he wants to wear it to bed. That is very uncomfortable. And Robbie and I don't wear night clothing to bed. So he tries to wrap it around his little hair. I think he's fun to wear, and I think that, enough is enough. And I really think he should be fined for that. Back to July of this year, when Sir J. Robert Maney assumed the presidency of this esteemed organization, the Dow has dropped 321 points. At $1 per point loss, the Maney family is preparing for a long, hard winter. I want to wish everyone a very sincere and joyous Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, God bless.
You got off light.
Well, that took care of one half, and she won't be back till the end of the next half. Thanks a lot, one of my vice presidents out there. That's going to cost you money. Homer Conway, I have a picture of you on Bean Mac and all that.
Who, through a contribution of $1,000 or more to the foundation, can be recognized by making them a Paul Harris Fellow. Such is my honor today, from Rochester Rotary to a longtime friend, a fun-loving guy whose father joined Rochester Rotary in 1931 and characterized him as active and enthusiastic. An understatement if there ever was one. My honor guard is forming, and it's my hope that Frenchie, Stu, or Mr. Crozier would come to the platform with his bride, Kathy, of 33 years. I'd like to continue this presentation. If the Paul Harris members here would please stand. I think he knew all about this, right?
talking to Kathy about this, because there's a lot of things that I wasn't aware of that I'd ever done. Or certainly that I'm doing nowadays. Thank you all very, very much.
He is a person who passes every four-way test. Now, last summer at the camp, one of our very perceptive Rotarian gentlemen saw her pass by and said, "There goes one beautiful lady." Another person replied right away, "She's just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside." Kind, courteous, and could always consider of another person's feelings. Would our First Lady of Rochester Rotary, Elke Maney, please come to the podium? You know, we are all applauding for two reasons here. One, that this very gracious lady has received a Paul Harris Fellowship. But two, it's just great to see her again. We never see her at these meetings anymore. And some of us, we just don't know why. Maybe in her acceptance speech, she might give us a hint. Elke was the chairman of Rotary's committee on our participation in the Lilac Parade. She had all the ability to have everyone on this committee participate, and this resulted in a float that brought many, many compliments. The 6-foot posters in color outlining the activities of Rochester Rotary were taken to the Pittsburgh District Conference. On another occasion, New Jersey clubs held a district conference at the airport Marriott, and these posters were loaned to them at their request. It is acknowledged that your performance as chairman of this very active committee is recognized far beyond our own club. Further congratulations are extended to you on becoming president of Women of Rotary next year. This organization, as we all know, participates to such a high degree in making this Rotary Club's efforts such a success. Now, we all know by now that Elke is on the fellowship committee and she's in charge of the square dance night. But honestly, wouldn't it be fun to go and see her husband, Bob, do-si-doing to the right and Ella Manning to the left? Elke belongs to the jail ministry from her church. Now, I think we can all realize how difficult and demanding this assignment can be. She has helped so many, many just by listening to them and showing her concern and sharing her expertise and knowledge with them. President Bob, would you please place the Paul Harris pin?
Out of clothes.
I am going to mention that Elke's hobbies are golf, and she beats you-know-who. And two, her second hobby is needling Bob. Now, with that, please.
This is probably the first time in my life that I am really speechless. I am just so honored. I'm just so thrilled. I just can't believe this. Here I thought I was pulling something off on Robbie today, him not knowing it, and here I am just so thankful. Thank you so much, and thank you, family. I can't believe it. Thank you very, very much.
With the Paul Harris Fellow, please stand. The Paul Harris Fellow. Now can we all stand and congratulate our
Stu, as the newest Paul Harris Fellow, will you see the other new Paul Harris Fellow and exchange pins? You got the female of the species.
I knew there was something about him.
Well, don't tell Kathy. She's had 33 years of not knowing. And now, to introduce the president of Women of Rotary, Mary Lou, who welcomed him back on July 10th with open arms. And he immediately took a 6-week sabbatical. President, past President Bill, please.
I'd like to encourage the young people to come on in and get located, and as you're coming, let me...
Get the 'Tis the night after Christmas and all